Hey beauties, it's Ker-leen. Thank you for tuning back into Lemomlife. In today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the perfumes that I purchased this year, all throughout the year, that I'm so excited to wear this winter. In my opinion, a lot of these perfumes are not so much year-round, but they're cold weather perfumes. So if you're interested in hearing a little perfume talk, then please stay tuned. Hey friend, welcome back. I'm so excited to chat about perfumes with you today. For those of you who are new, who may have just stumbled across my channel, over here I make videos on lifestyle, luxury, I do review videos, and I also sprinkle in my motherhood journey and my monthly vlogs. If any of those things interest you, then I think you will love my channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also turn on those notifications so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. So y'all, as I stated, this is going to be perfume talk. So let's just jump right in. All right, so this fragrance I feel like is a quintessential winter fragrance because it's a fragrance that in my opinion is beast mode and it's also very, very sweet. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Vie Est Belle by Lancome. So this fragrance right here is such a gorgeous fragrance, but I have not been able to wear it really other than bedtime because I live in Florida and throughout the year it's normally hot and humid. So this I feel like is a cold weather fragrance, and we have a cold front coming this week, so I'm really excited about wearing this when I'm out. I feel like this is not only a cold weather fragrance, but it's also a fragrance that you wear when you go out. You're gonna leave a scent trail. It is a beast mode. It lasts forever, and it is gorgeous. It is very mass appealing. Most people will like the way you smell, in my opinion. So this is juicy at the top. It has blackcurrant and pear. It has some white florals at the mid. I believe jasmine is one of the white florals. And then at the base, it has lots of good stuff. What makes this long lasting is the patchouli at the base, but then it also has tonka bean, vanilla, it has praline. You can smell the patchouli in this, but the patchouli kind of grounds this fragrance. It's not like in your face. You can smell it, you can tell it's there, but it's more so grounding the fragrance, and it also helps it to last a super long time. This is a very long lasting fragrance. So I really enjoy this fragrance because I feel like it's very feminine. It's very sweet, but it's not sickeningly sweet. I wouldn't classify this as a gourmand, although it has a gourmand element to it. I don't think it's purely gourmand. I think it's just a very sweet fragrance. So if you don't like sweet fragrances, you might not like this one. This one's also very mass appealing, very popular. A lot of people are familiar with this scent, so if that bothers you, you may not want to pick this up. But none of those things really bothered me. I knew that this was a classic, and I just really wanted to have it in my collection, and I'm so glad that I went ahead and purchased it. This is warm, this is sweet, the florals are there, but they're not overpowering. I feel like everything is really nicely balanced in this fragrance. And it's one that I'm really excited about wearing because I know it's not going to get lost during the winter. It's going to be there even with the cold winds and the lower humidity. You're going to smell this on me, and I'm going to leave a nice scent trail. And it's just a beautiful fragrance. And of course the bottle is just super elegant, dainty, and chic. So yeah. Now let's switch it up a little bit, and we were doing dainty and feminine with the last fragrance. Well, this fragrance is sexy and sultry in my opinion, and that is my Ker-leen Herrera Good Girl. So I've been waiting to really enjoy this fragrance during the day because I had just been wearing it for night. My husband loves the way this smells, and I love the way it smells. It smells very mysterious and it's feminine, but it's not dainty. Even though it's deep and dark, it's still very feminine. I like my fragrances to smell very feminine. I'm not a fan of like very many unisex fragrances, and I definitely don't want anything that smells masculine. So for me, this is a very interesting fragrance because it's deep and dark, but it's still very feminine. So some places note a coffee accord in this one, and for me, I smell the coffee right away. And then I also smell the almonds in here almost immediately. Like the almond just hits me. And then this has a beautiful tonka bean that you can smell as well. So those are the three notes that are very forward to my nose, is that coffee, that almond, and the tonka bean in this. So on Fragrantica, this has almond, coffee, bergamot, and lemon at the top. And then it has tuberose, and the tuberose is another note that as this starts to dry down that I do smell. It is very prominent to my nose, but it has tuberose, jasmine, orange blossom, orris, and Bulgarian rose. And then the base has a ton of sweet notes like tonka bean, cacao, vanilla, praline, amber, and then it has cashmere wood, musk, sandalwood, cinnamon, patchouli, and cedar. In that base, I mainly get the vanilla, tonka bean, I get the praline, and then it's very resinous. So I guess that amber that's supposed to be in here, I do get like a resinous feel from this. I know a lot of people don't like all the notes that are in here and find it too complicated and not in a good way. I actually don't mind because the notes that I do smell, I quite enjoy. And I just love the way this fragrance makes me feel. I definitely feel bold and sexy and sultry and a bit mysterious when I wear this. It definitely is a confidence booster, and my husband enjoyed this. I've heard that other men really love this fragrance. Oh, I also forgot to mention that this is one of those fragrances I consider beast mode and very long lasting, so people will smell you several feet away, and this is also going to last a very long time. This is definitely worth your money. So yeah, I would definitely give this a sniff next time you are at Sephora or a department store because it's a classic for a reason, y'all. Okay, so my next fragrance is another classic. However, it's also a very polarizing fragrance. So just like the last one, some people love it and some people hate it. But I absolutely adore this fragrance. I was encouraged to purchase it by another beautiful lady here on YouTube. At first, I was not a fan. But then after watching her video, I went back and I smelled it on my skin instead of on the tester strip. And I left there thinking nothing of it, but I could not stop sniffing my wrist after I left the store. I was sniffing my wrist the whole day and I knew, okay, I had to have it. So I think it was Nordstrom that had a sale and I went ahead and picked it up. And the fragrance I'm going on and on about is Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. This is a gorgeous fragrance that is very powerful and long lasting. And interestingly enough, even though this is a beast mode fragrance, in my opinion, I was able to wear it over the summer. And that is because the more this heats up on your skin, the more beautiful it gets, and the dry down on the skin is absolutely gorgeous. It's like one of those fragrances that your body chemistry is what activates the goodness inside. So I actually can wear this year round, but because it's so strong, I'm actually really excited about getting a chance to spray it a bit more when I'm getting ready to go out this winter, because it's not going to be cloying. It's not going to just destroy everyone within my vicinity because it's so strong. I'm just going to be able to enjoy it without offending anyone, if you know what I mean, because it's very powerful, very potent. This is beautiful. I'm so happy with this fragrance, and actually think this is going to be my scent of the day today, y'all. So on Fragrantica, the top notes are listed as peach, blood orange, cardamom, and heliotrope. Middle notes are rum, cognac, davana, and jasmine. And then the base notes are patchouli, vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean, benzoin, cashmere, styrax, labdanum, and vetiver. This is another fragrance that is very complex. It has a ton of notes in it, just like Good Girl. You know, that's something to note there, that both of these fragrances have a lot of notes and both of them are polarizing. So there may be something there. The cardamom in this is gorgeous. I did not realize that I was a cardamom fan until recently. I have a candle from, what is it? Motherland. I have a candle from them that has cardamom and milk and praline, and I've been obsessed with that. I've been obsessed with the cardamom in it, and it reminded me about this fragrance and how the cardamom in this is absolutely intoxicating. I love the effect that cardamom gives fragrances. And mixed with other sweet notes, it's absolutely intoxicating. So the cardamom and the peach I smell right away, and then I start getting that rum at the mid. The base of this is just beautiful. If I were to describe this, this is a peach infused, boozy, ambery, and balsamic type of fragrance. It has balsamic and ambery notes at the base. That labdanum, that benzoin, that styrax, those are kind of ambery notes at the base. It has tonka, it has vanilla at the base. And then the patchouli that's in this is way less forward than La Vie Est Belle. The patchouli is just almost like, you can tell it's there, but it's not in your face at all. It is a grounding note and it helps with the longevity of this fragrance. It's way, way less in your face than La Vie Est Belle's patchouli. So I love that about this fragrance. It's a tiny bit boozy, and that peach is just the star, and all of these other notes just kind of, it's like a big giant peach sitting on top of all these other notes, these other beautiful notes. So I love this fragrance. It's complex, it's sexy, it's sweet, it's a tiny bit cozy. I like to lightly spritz this on with some of my other body creams at night, and it creates this cozy warm effect. It's also intoxicating, and another fragrance that my husband absolutely loves on me. So, and I love it as well. Like, I cannot stop sniffing it when I spray this on. I think this is going to be my scent of the day, and I'm super excited to get more wear out of this winter season. Okay, y'all, so this next one is another beast mode fragrance that I've been spraying very light-handedly because, like I said, my climate is hot, it's humid, and this can get cloying very, very quickly. But best believe this winter we're going to be spraying her a little bit more and enjoying her even more. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. As you can see, I have a little dent in her, and I've been obsessed with this fragrance ever since I purchased it, but I have not been able to enjoy it like I want to because we don't have that many super cold days here in Florida. And in my opinion, this is a cold weather fragrance primarily, but you can also get away with it at night. I would never spray this on to go to an important meeting, to meet someone for the first time, to go to work. This is just too much for those types of settings. And even at night, when I'm getting in bed with my husband, I am very, very light-handed because this can become cloying very quickly. So you do get your money's worth from this fragrance. It is a beast mode and it's super long-lasting. This has pear and bergamot at the top, and then the mid has floral notes and then leather. The base has vanilla, amber, musk, and vetiver. So the vetiver is what is giving it that long-lasting effect, I feel like. And the vetiver, I also feel like, makes this very grown up. So it's pear, it's juicy and it's sweet, but it's not juvenile at all. And I think the vetiver makes this a grown-up, sexy fragrance. It's a very classy and sophisticated fragrance. It's sweet, but it's not playful. It's like a grown-up, a grown woman type of sweet fragrance. And it's also, I don't know, there's something about this that's a little bit nostalgic for me as well. Maybe because it's a class that is just gorgeous and timeless. I just love this fragrance. It has an effect on me that is nostalgic and also comforting. So that is part of the reason why I love it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it has this nostalgic effect, y'all. I can't even explain that. It just smells familiar and it smells so good. To me, this is so syrupy sweet. It's a syrupy sweet fragrance, y'all. But I feel like that sweetness has been cut down by the vetiver at the base, and also probably the leather notes, the leather accord. This is just one of those fragrances that is hard to explain. It's just good. It's just good. It's a classic, and when I purchased it, I was purchasing it because it was a classic. So I went into the store with that in mind. I knew I wanted to have it. But on my skin, when I sprayed it on my skin in the store, it was magic. I just love this fragrance so much. And I have not been able to wear her because of how potent she is. She packs a punch. And so she's going to be worn a lot more this winter for sure. A lot of these fragrances so far have been very grown up. And this is another one of those grown-up fragrances. This is the 2021 version, and the original is well loved. It's a classic, but this intense version, specifically the 2021 intense version, is just everything, y'all. This fragrance is everything. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Giorgio Armani's C Intense, the 2021 version. Oh my goodness. This is like a black currant syrup that has just been simmering on the stove. So it's almost as if you took black currants, you boiled them until they reduced, and then you let that syrup simmer on the stove. That's what I feel like I smell in this fragrance. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like I smell in this. So let's look at the notes on Fragrantica. So on Fragrantica, the top is blackcurrant syrup. The mid has Turkish rose and Divana, and the base has benzoin and patchouli. And I'm noticing a theme here because La Vie Est Belle had blackcurrant at the top, I believe. And then the Divana was present in bitter peach. And then both fragrances had patchouli, I think, yeah, at the base. And they were ambery. So this has benzoin just like both of those fragrances as well. So that is the theme here I'm noticing. So a lot of the fragrances that have a very thick syrup or a very sweet top or mid that have a very ambery or balsamic essence to them are fragrances that were too heavy for me to wear in Florida weather. But perfect for cold weather climates that are not as humid, and the winter time wherever you live, whenever you get that cold front. Even in Florida, when we get that cold front, oh yeah, this is going to be in heavy rotation. This one is like just a black currant. It's almost like this is just black currant and benzoin. It's an ambery black currant syrup. I don't really get the rose in here. Let me spray it. I feel like I don't really get the rose in here, or at least it's not very prominent to my nose. Yeah, that's literally what I'm getting. It's thick, it's syrupy, it's sweet. It's a very, very grown-up, sweet fragrance, just like the last two that I showed as well. So yeah, noticing a theme here. Very syrupy, sweet, grown-up fragrances are fragrances that I find are going to be perfect this winter. This next fragrance is an affordable find. It is gorgeous. It surprised me, and it's been compared a lot to Zadig & Voltaire's Her. The fragrance I'm talking about is Zara's Fields at Nightfall. The dent on this is indicative of how much I absolutely adore this fragrance, and I will be getting a larger size. Now, this has made me really, really curious about Zadig & Voltaire's Her, so I think I'm going to end up purchasing that before I buy a larger size of this. But y'all, this is so amazing. It caught me completely by surprise. I did not think I would love it as much as I love it. And this is another one that at least the male in my life enjoys. So if you're looking for a fragrance that men will enjoy, I would highly suggest this one. The reason why I think men enjoy this one is because it's a cross between a super soft fragrance, but it's so sweet. And it's creamy and milky. It's a beautiful, soft, sweet, lactonic fragrance that is absolutely intoxicating. It has moderate projection. It's very long lasting. It completely envelops your senses, at least my senses. And I just think that because it's so soft and sweet, it's not cloying, it's not overpowering, that men definitely would enjoy this. And my husband, every time I wear it, he gives me a compliment on this one. So let's look at the notes on Fragrantica. So Fragrantica lists, I think like 5 different notes. This has praline at the top. It has a jasmine at the mid, and then it has amber and sandalwood at the base. So this is so sweet. That praline is so sweet, and although it's a top note, it lasts for the entire duration of the wear. Now, this does not have any milk note in it whatsoever, but the sandalwood in here is so beautiful. It's so smooth and creamy. It blends with, I think it's the sandalwood and the amber. That's probably what it is. It's that smooth and creamy sandalwood mixed with the amber that probably gives off this lactonic vibe, because this smells like it has a milk note in it, but it doesn't. The jasmine gives this fragrance a hint of greenness. It's a very green jasmine, but it doesn't overpower the fragrance at all. This is mostly praline and that beautiful sweet sandalwood to my nose. This is sweet, woody, lactonic fragrance with a hint, just a hint of greenness. It smells fresh and sweet and warm and lactonic and cozy at the same time. So this In my opinion, this is just one of Zara's masterpieces. If you don't mind sandalwood and you enjoy a more creamy sandalwood, you definitely want to try this out. It's worth it. It's an affordable fragrance that performs beautifully, almost like a niche quality to it, but it still has that Zara DNA, but it just smells expensive. It's just the perfect winter fragrance, and I cannot wait to wear this. So the last one that I have on my list is this Vanilla Milk by Ellis Brooklyn. This is the most different fragrance out of all the ones I've showed you today. This one is your edible smelling gourmand. This is super duper sweet. This is vanilla extract with some milk and some sugar. This is beautiful. It does have some florals in here as well. I think this has two kinds of vanilla. It has a floral element, a white floral element to it, and it is just beautiful. Another theme of this video is that I like several different fragrances that are polarizing. So I'm not sure what that's about, but yeah, this one is another one that is very polarizing. People either love this or hate this. You can go on Sephora and look at the reviews yourself. I've also done another video where I talked about this one and the last one I showed, so I will link that video here. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but this is just a beautiful gourmand in my opinion. It is so sweet, it's creamy, it's a bit lactonic, it's comforting, it's cozy. As you can tell, I've been getting a lot of wear out of it. I love wearing it all day long, especially at bedtime, and I'm just going to be enjoying this winter. Fragrantica says this has a milk note at the top and a few different flowers, so peony, frangipani, and jasmine. And then this has two kinds of vanilla, bourbon and Madagascar vanilla at the mid, as well as a cacao pod. And then at the base you have your resins and your musk, so benzoin, amyris. There's also sandalwood in here and a beautiful musk. So for me, I don't really get all the flowers in here. My nose picks up the jasmine, but that milk note is so strong and so wonderful. And then the vanilla. So to my nose, I get the milk, I get a little bit of the jasmine, the vanilla, and then a bit of that resin in the base, but then the musk is just this beautiful, beautiful musk. This is one that I have been loving. I love to wear it all day long, especially at bedtime, and I layer it with a couple of different body creams that I'm going to talk to you about in just a moment. But yes, this is beautiful, y'all. It's the perfect gourmand, and I'm in love. So before we close out this video, I wanted to share with you a couple of body creams that I've been using with all of these fragrances and that I absolutely love. They pair perfectly. The more affordable one is this Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Yogurt Moisturizer. This moisturizer is so affordable. You get 12 ounces for, I think, $10 or $12, and a little bit of this goes a long way. So a lot of people will say this doesn't rub in as quickly as they would like, and that's because a little of it goes a very, very long way. This is also extremely moisturizing, and I find that this is more moisturizing than even the next one I'm going to show you, and you get a ton of it. It's perfect for dry skin. It's formulated for dry skin, so it's super, super moisturizing, penetrates the layers of my skin, and it's just gorgeous. This is well worth the money. You can get this at Ulta. I will definitely be repurchasing when I'm done with this. This is going to be a staple just because it's so affordable, but it performs so beautifully. Now, the next one is one that I had to go on the actual website because it was sold out at Sephora in order to get my hands on it, and that is the new Fenty Skin Body Butter, their holiday scent. I don't know if this is, there's no name for the scent. It just says shimmering whipped body oil. But to me, this smells like a cinnamon cookie or an unfrosted cinnamon roll. First thing in the morning, it smells like a beautiful cinnamon cookie. It smells sweet. It smells comforting. It smells cozy. It's just beautiful. The shimmer in here is there, you can definitely see it, but it's done well. It's not like an obnoxious shimmer that looks juvenile. It's a very subtle shimmer that gives your skin that beautiful glow. Of course, I love how this is a whipped oil. The oil gives your skin that glow as well, so it's like double glow. This is not the most moisturizing body cream in my opinion. I think the Josie Maran is very moisturizing as well as the one I just showed you, but I love this for topping up and using right out of the shower when your skin's already moisturized, because this is going to give you that glow, and it's just so whipped and creamy that is such an experience to put this on. So this particular one, the holiday one, is perfect for layering with all of those sweet fragrances that I showed you. It's just beautiful. And if you want to make your fragrance smell a little bit more gourmand, this is the perfect body cream for that. So like I said, that's what I get from it. I get a cinnamon cookie or an unfrosted cinnamon roll, because it's not overly sweet. It's just the perfect amount of sweetness, and it's just a very edible smelling, cozy and comforting body cream. It's such an experience, y'all. So if you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for sticking around. Hit the like button on your way out so I know you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I think you will love my channel. So go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss another video. That wraps up this video, y'all. I cannot wait to wear these fragrances and those body butters. I've already been wearing a lot of them, and I'm super excited about enjoying them some more this winter. Let us know down below what your favorite body creams and fragrances are at the moment, and what you'll be enjoying this winter season. Before I go, I just want to remind you today that you are uniquely and perfectly made. So keep letting your light shine, because the world needs you and the world needs your light. I will see you all in the next video very soon. Thank you so much for watching.